Well, with us is the Tourism Minister, John Penrose, who joins us from his Weston-super-Mare constituency. Mr Penrose, what's your assessment been of this year for the industry in the southwest?
It's been pretty difficult for a great many businesses, is the short answer, mainly because of the weather. It's just been, you've had a couple of good days and then a couple of days of rain. It's never really got going, and particularly for outside attractions, people who rely on good weather, places like Western Seafront, it's been really difficult. Many people are used to having to deal with the weather, but it doesn't make it any easier when it happens.
Yes, indeed, and we've heard some very strong anecdotal evidence from businesses in your constituency and further afield saying visitor numbers are struggling. What would you say to those businesses who'd really rather forget 2012?
Well, I think I'd share their sorrow, if you like. I mean, none of us can do anything about the weather. It's one of those things we all have to live with it and roll with it and deal with it. And actually, the thing which just impresses me about not just tourist businesses in the southwest, but right the way across the country, is that they've got to be pretty canny. They've got to be ready to cope with this sort of stuff, and they do. It just is no fun when it happens. But by and large, if they're still in business after a couple of years of this, then they know what they're doing. They will manage, but it's still difficult.
You face some criticism from people within the industry for getting rid of Tourism Southwest. Hasn't this year really rather demonstrated the importance of an organisation dedicated to promoting the region?
Well, we think it's really important that we promote destinations rather than regions, because people don't go to the southwest or to the north or to the east of Britain. They go to places like Weston-super-Mare or to Cheddar or to Cornwall or to the Jurassic Coast, wherever it may be. So it's much more important to focus on places that people want to visit rather than convenient administrative boundaries that happen to match up with the bureaucrat's map on a wall somewhere in Whitehall.
OK, so looking ahead now then, what help can you offer the industry?
Well, I think there's an enormous amount which we are doing already and which we need to carry on doing. Part of it is just promoting Britain to foreigners abroad. One of the bright spots this year so far has been that visitor numbers and their spend from foreign countries coming to visit Britain have been strongly up, and that's really helpful. That's really raising our profile right the way around the planet. And things like the Queen's Diamond Jubilee and the Olympics, of course, have helped. But we wanted that to carry on. So there's a big marketing campaign going on right the way around the world to make sure we capitalise on that. But also, quite a lot of it is making sure that we are as prepared as we can be, so that when the weather does get better, we are as ready as we can be. And an awful lot of businesses are, in spite of the tough times, they are investing for the future, doing the right thing, keeping themselves up to date. And they're the ones who are going to do well, they're the ones who are going to succeed, and they're ones who the rest of us, need to take a leaf out of their book for.
OK, John Penrose, thank you very much.
Thank you.